Have you ever had a bird fly into your house out of nowhere? Or maybe a cat sat at your doorstep and stared into your home like it belonged there? These might seem like coincidences, but in Islam, nothing is random. These unexpected visits could be signs from Allah, symbols of incoming rizq, provision, spiritual protection, or hidden barakah, blessings you never knew were on their way. The Qur'an reminds us in Surah Al-An'am 6:38, "There is not an animal in the earth, nor a bird that flies with its wings, but they are communities like you." That means animals can carry divine meaning, and sometimes their presence isn't just natural, it's supernatural guidance. So before you shoo that animal away, ask yourself, what if it was sent by Allah? Don't scroll away. What you learn today could open your eyes to blessings already knocking on your door. Has this ever happened to you? Share your story in the comments. Your experience might be the confirmation someone else needs. Framing the Islamic foundation. In Islam, signs from Allah come in many forms, not just dreams or people, but also animals. Allah tells us in Surah Al-An'am 6:38, "There is not an animal in the earth, nor a bird that flies with its wings, but they are communities like you." This means that every creature has a purpose and connection to us. Their behavior, their presence, even their silence may carry meaning. Think about Prophet Sulaiman at-Tishdad. He was gifted the ability to understand animals. Why? Because animals are part of Allah's system of wisdom and communication. What they do is not random. Sometimes they're sent as a message or a mirror to guide you spiritually or protect you physically. Pay attention to the world around you. Every living being could carry a message meant just for you. Which animal do you feel most connected to? Comment below and share why you think it might be spiritually significant. Animal number 1, cat. In Islam, cats are not just pets. They're honored companions. The Prophet Muhammad loved cats, and it's said he had a cat named Mueza who would rest beside him during prayer. A cat entering your home isn't just cute. It could be a sign of peace, rizq, sustenance, or emotional barakah. Many scholars say cats bring tranquility wherever they go. There's a recent story from Istanbul where a woman said a stray cat gave birth right on her prayer mat. Instead of driving it away, she welcomed the moment. Weeks later, she received a surprise inheritance from a relative she hadn't heard from in years. Coincidence? Or a gentle message from Allah wrapped in fur and pearls? If a cat visits your home, especially during prayer or hardship, welcome it. Your rizq might be arriving with it. Have you ever had a cat refuse to leave your home? What happened after? Share your experience below. Your story could inspire others. Animal number 2, bee. In the Qur'an, Allah directly addresses the bee in Surah An-Nahl 16:68-69. "And your Lord inspired to the bee, take for yourself among the mountains, houses." Bees aren't ordinary. In Islam, they're sacred, symbols of productivity, order, and halal provision. And remember, honey is a healing, shifa, mentioned in the Qur'an. If a bee enters your home or begins forming a hive nearby, it might be more than nature. It could be a sign of incoming rizq that is pure and sweet. In 2024, a family in Nigeria discovered bees settling near their home. Instead of removing them, they learned about beekeeping. Within 6 months, they launched a small honey business, which grew faster than expected. Sometimes, your livelihood flies in quietly, on wings of healing. If a bee visits your home, don't harm it. It could be a sign your livelihood is about to bloom. Would you consider letting a bee build a hive near your home? Why or why not? Comment below. Your thoughts might change someone's view. Animal number 3, ants. In Surah An-Naml, we're told the story of an ant who warns its colony to avoid harm from Prophet Sulaiman's AS army. This isn't just a story about a tiny insect. It's a lesson in wisdom, community, and divine awareness. In Islam, ants represent silent barakah. They plan, they store, and they thrive in unity. If you see ants entering your home, especially in an organized trail, it may be a sign of growing, quiet sustenance heading your way. A recent case in Egypt proves this. An elderly couple noticed ants gathering around spilled grain near their pantry. That grain had come from a small charity food package. Eventually, the couple met donors and community helpers who supported them, turning that small spillage into sustainable aid. Sometimes, ants don't just come for crumbs. They come as messengers of abundance. Ants don't just come for crumbs. They may come to show you where Allah's provision is quietly flowing. What would you do if you saw ants forming a line inside your house? Clean it? Watch it? Let us know in the comments. Animals, number 4, 6. Number 4, birds. In Islam, birds often carry spiritual meaning, especially pigeons and doves, which symbolize peace and divine messages. During the Hijrah, as the Prophet Muhammad and Abu Bakr R.A. hid in the cave of Thor, a pigeon laid eggs at the entrance, deterring their pursuers. It wasn't a coincidence. It was a divine intervention wrapped in feathers. 5. Spider. Feared by many, but in Islamic history, one of the greatest stories of divine protection involves a spider. During that same hijrah moment, a spider wove a web over the cave, making it appear untouched. The Quraysh turned back. That tiny creature became a shield between danger and destiny. Number 6. Dog. While dogs are considered ritually impure in some Islamic contexts, they are not evil. In Surah Al-Kahf, the young men who fled for faith were accompanied by their faithful dog, which guarded them as they slept for centuries. That dog was mentioned in the Qur'an, a rare honor, symbolizing loyalty, spiritual turning points, and divine watchfulness. These creatures, birds, spiders, and even dogs, are reminders that Allah's protection often comes in unexpected forms. Sometimes, what we fear is what saves us. Not every animal you fear is there to harm. Some come to protect your path or future wealth. Which of these animals do you feel is most misunderstood in Islam? Share your thoughts. Your comment might shift someone's perspective. Animals, note 7, 9. Note 7, owl. Owls are often feared in many cultures, seen as omens. But in Islam, there's no authentic hadith or verse that condemns them. Some scholars actually associate owls with hikmah, wisdom, and the unseen truths that only Allah reveals in time. Their quiet flight and sharp vision remind us of clarity in darkness. 8. Snake. Though snakes often symbolize danger in Islamic dream interpretation, they can mean transformation, hidden rizq, or victory after hardship. Like the staff of Prophet Musa, which turned into a snake, a sign of divine power and protection, not fear. 9. Butterfly. In many Muslim communities, butterflies are seen as messengers of change and spiritual rebirth. In Turkey, an imam recently shared stories of families who noticed butterflies entering their homes. Shortly after, they received unexpected good news, from pregnancies to new business breakthroughs. These animals remind us, Allah sends signs in silence. And sometimes, what frightens or surprises you is actually your next phase unfolding. What frightens you might be the test before your transformation. Recognize the signs instead of reacting with fear. Have you ever had a moment where an animal appeared just before a major life change? Share your transformation. Your story could open someone's heart. Warning and balance. Before we continue, let's be clear. Islam discourages superstition. While animals can carry meaning, these signs must align with the Qur'an and Sunnah. We are not to worship the signs, but to recognize them as a rahmah, mercy from Allah. Signs that bring you closer to Allah, increase your gratitude, or awaken your spiritual awareness. These may be from Him, but if they cause fear, obsession, or confusion, it's time to recenter yourself in Tawheed, oneness of Allah. Always verify with the Qur'an. If a sign brings you closer to Allah, it's a good sign. If it distracts you, beware. How do you personally distinguish between superstition and a spiritual sign? Let's reflect together. Ending and call to action. Every creature is part of Allah's perfectly designed creation. So when an animal crosses your path or enters your home unexpectedly, it may not be random. In Islam, animals have stories, symbolism, and spiritual weight. Some may carry protection, others rizq, others a moment of reflection. Don't treat them as intrusions. Treat them with mercy, for they may be the answer to a prayer you once whispered in sujood. So next time an animal crosses your path or enters your home, don't chase it away. Ask yourself, what is Allah showing me? Which animal mentioned today shocked you the most? Drop it in the comments and tag someone who needs to hear this message.